Welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'll be treating GCE Ordinary Levels Geography, that is 2019. Before I continue, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell. Now, ordinary level questions or papers are different from advanced level, particularly with geography. With ordinary level geography paper 2, it has 4 sections. Section A, which is map work and is compulsory. Section B, physical geography, where you have to answer 1 question. Section C, human geography, to answer 1 question. And section D, common geography. So generally, you have to answer 4 questions. Now, in this video, I'm going to be treating human geography and physical geography. In my other videos, I treat detailing Cameroon geography, that is section D, and map work on section A. Now, the first question here, in section B, question 2A, briefly define the term water cycle and ecosystem. 4 marks. So you have to define water cycle, then you go on by defining ecosystem in different paragraphs. The first paragraph, water cycle is also known as a hydrological cycle. It is the endless movement of water from the Earth's surface to the atmosphere, and from the atmosphere to the Earth's surface. Remember, water leaves the Earth's surface to the atmosphere as evaporation and transpiration, and from the atmosphere to the Earth's surface as precipitation, which is influenced by what? By the sun. Now, the second paragraph, ecosystem is a natural unit made up of both living things, which are biotic factors, and non-living things, which are abiotic factors interacting with each other. Example of living things in an ecosystem are plants and animals, while example of non-living things are climate and soil. The B part of the question, using a well-labeled diagram, show the pressure belt and planetary wind. 5 marks. So this question, before you draw the diagram, you have to know that pressure belts are distinct identifiable zones of homogeneous pressure on Earth, while planetary winds are winds of lower atmosphere that are being controlled by these pressure belts. Now, the next thing, you draw the pressure belts and planetary winds. As you can see on the screen, the pressure belt and planetary wind has the subpolar low pressure, the subtropical high pressure, the equatorial low pressure, the subtropical high pressure, and the subpolar low pressure. After drawing your diagram, you bring out the name of the diagram as global pressure belt and planetary winds. Now, the next question, we have section C. Give 3 reasons why the tropical rainforest is threatened. 3 marks. You bring out the various reasons why the tropical rainforest is threatened in paragraphs. The first part, we start by bringing an introductory statement or a linking statement. The tropical rainforest is threatened because of the following reasons. Firstly, due to man's activity like deforestation and bush fallowing, which leads to the disappearance of certain species of trees in the tropical rainforest. Secondly, due to settlement. Due to the quest of settlement, man is clearing the forest to construct houses, schools, roads, hospitals, hence a threat to the tropical rainforest. Also, industrialization. Industrial activities by man threaten the tropical rainforest as there is high demand for wood from the forest. Then the D part, select 2 of the following terms: flood, drought, water scarcity, desertification. Write a brief geographical essay using the following guidelines: definition, example, consequence, and solution. 8 marks. Now, with this question, you have to choose 2 of these terms and you bring out their definition, example, consequences, and solution. Now, we'll go with flood. You define flood. Flood is a situation where rivers, lakes, or seas overflow their banks due to an increase in the level of water. Example of the next paragraph now, example of floods in the world are the St. Lucia's floods. We also have the storm that killed 50,000 to 80,000 people. You have the North Sea flood that killed about 60,000 people. Now, the next paragraph, some consequences of flood include: firstly, it leads to destruction of properties, buildings, roads, farmlands. Also, it leads to death of animals and loss of life. The next paragraph will give the solution. Solutions to flood include, firstly, deeper river banks should be constructed. Secondly, people should avoid throwing sewages into lakes or rivers. Also, irrigation should be practiced. That is, all those are the solutions. That is how you attempt this question. With I2, you talk on drought. The second, talk on drought. This is the complete dryness of a place due to an increase in solar radiation and absence of trees. The second paragraph, example of drought include the 1930s dust blow drought, the drought of July 1928. The next paragraph, some consequences of drought include it will lead to water scarcity. Secondly, it will lead to famine. Also, it may lead to desertification on that same paragraph. The next paragraph, some solutions include, firstly, afforestation should be practiced. Also, water shortage should be created, or water storages rather should be created like dams. That is how you attempt this question. I'm a little bit fast in these videos because I want to cover up all these questions. Other videos I highlight in some questions where I detailedly explain. Question 3. 3A. You have visited a coastal area, desert, landscape and a river course and studied their features. On a table, list 2 features found on each of the following areas. 3 marks. That means you have to list features found in the coastal areas, in the desert and in the river course. Now, the first paragraph, a feature found on the coastal area include you have cliff and you have stack. Second paragraph, a feature found on deserts include you have zedgens, you have yajans. Next paragraph, a feature found on river course include a V-shaped valley. Simple, have your marks. AI2, show the appearance of any 2 features using diagrams. That means any of the features that have been listed, that you have listed, you draw a diagram. Now, you draw a diagram of either zedgen or yajans. Now, the diagram of zedgen, as you can see on the screen, you draw and you locate the pharaohs. Likewise, the yajans too. So, I3, and remember to draw and you write their names. AI3, explain the formation of one of the following features drawn in AI2 above. That means either for zedgens or yajans that you have drawn, you explain the formation. Now, we are going to give the formation of yajans. Yajans are formed when the bands of soft and hard rocks are arranged vertically. The sandblasting effect of wind erodes the softer rocks to produce deep furrows. However, the harder rocks bands, which are eroded at a softer rate, remains upstanding to form yajans. Simple, and you have your marks. The B part, give 4 characteristics of tropical rainforest that makes it different from other vegetation. 4 marks. So the characteristics of tropical rainforest. You see, the characteristics of the tropical rainforest include, firstly, it has very tall trees with large canopies, that is the leaves. Secondly, it has high amount of rainfall of about 2000 millimeters per year. Also, it has a large biomass, medium litter and small soil. More so, or lastly, it has low temperature of about 15 degrees Celsius. Remember, you're explaining these characteristics in paragraphs so that your work should be orderly and neat. C. Describe 2 ways by which man can reduce the effect of each of the following: global warming, soil erosion, earthquakes. 2 marks for each. Global warming. Man can reduce global warming by stopping burning of bushes. Secondly, man should promote afforestation. I2, water erosion. Man can reduce water erosion by practicing terracing, that is cultivation in slopes, also by promoting afforestation, planting of trees. Earthquake. Man can reduce or avoid earthquake by building pillars in areas likely to have earthquakes. Those are the possible ways. Secondly, by sensitizing the population not to build or settle in areas that are liable to earthquake. also through evacuation of the people. So that's that for the section A. So the section A, I've answered 2 questions, whereas we had to answer just 1 question. The section B is human geography, and 4A is a distinguish between population growth and population density. 4 marks. That is section B. We are in section B now. Firstly, population growth is the way and manner in which the population in a particular area or country increases due to some factors like birth rate, migration. While population density is the total number of people living in a particular geographical area. The first paragraph explains that way. The second paragraph, secondly, population growth involves increase in the rate of population in a particular area, while population density involves the number of people living in regards to a surface area in kilometers. The next difference, also factors like birth rate, migration, living standards, industrialization are used to determine population growth, whereas factors like surface area can be used to calculate or determine population density. Now the B part, it says state 2 main conclusions of Afro-Weber's industrial location theory. Firstly, Afro-Weber concluded that industries whose raw materials are heavier and their output light should locate towards the source of raw materials. Since your raw materials are heavy and your output are light, you should rather locate towards the source of raw materials due to heavy raw materials. Now, secondly, he concluded that industries whose raw materials are light and their output heavy should locate towards their market. That is his conclusion. I2, describe 3 factors that explain the distribution of manufacturing industries in the world. So that question is 2 marks. Sorry, it is 6 marks. Now, 1. Land. Industries will decide to locate in areas having vast land due to their nature of production. This is mostly characterized with heavy industries like the automobile industries that need land, availability of land to carry out their production. We also have labor. Manufacturing industries locate in areas that have both skilled and unskilled labor. Capital. Industries also locate in areas that can provide them ready capital, that is commercial banks, so that they can invest in their industries. Now the next question, give 2 advantages and 2 disadvantages of urbanization, that is 4 marks. Advantages of urbanization include 1. It provides employment and job opportunities for both skilled and unskilled labor to the general population due to the presence of industries. Another advantage, it will lead to economic growth and high living standard due to increase in population and industries. So those are some advantages. Now the disadvantage of urbanization. One disadvantage of urbanization is that it's going to lead to population. Yes, it will lead to pollution. Due to or as a result of urbanization, there's going to be pollution. Another disadvantage is that it's going to lead to high crime wave. Due to an increase in people in towns, what's happening is going to lead to high crime wave. D part suggests why people want to travel by air instead of road transport. So we are giving why road transport, air is preferable than road transport. Firstly, air is more faster than road transport. Secondly, because air is more reliable than road transport. Also, it is more comfortable traveling by air than road transport. Lastly, air transport is more efficient than road transport.